We're going to move on now to topic number 9. Huge news in the world of football or soccer. Cristiano Ronaldo signed with Manchester United. He heads back to Manchester United. Brandon, how big is this story and how important is this to soccer? And what is this going to do for the Premier League that Ronaldo's heading back to?
I mean, I think this is huge. I think this is a big one. And I got to, wonder, like, Ronaldo and Messi love competing with each other literally in everything. And I got to think if this is just another move where he was just competing for attention at this point, being like, hey, well, Messi's moving to a new team. Well, I'm going to move to a new team and I'm going to steal his thunder. Because that's exactly what happened here, right? Nobody's talking about PSG anymore. Everybody's talking about this big move of Cristiano Ronaldo, arguably the best soccer player in the world, one of the best soccer players ever, moving back to the Premier League, the best soccer league in the world, with its name being called the Premier League. It rightfully so is the Premier League for professional soccer in the world. He's going back to it. He played there, I believe, in 2000. I believe it was 2001 or 2003 to 2009. So he's going back to a team where he was already a superstar, and he's now going back to Man U, to the Reds. And I just think this is a huge story. You got one of the best players in the world. You got really one of the best teams in the world with their history, right, with all the great players that they've had throughout the years, including Ronaldo or David Beckham, that this is just a huge story, and it continues to grow. But I think it's awesome to have him back in Premier League. And, he had gone on and he was playing for Juventus, which we all know is in the Italian Series A league. And I'll tell you what, Italian Series A is not what it used to be. It is no longer the powerhouse league like it used to be in the early 2000s or during the 90s. And I think Ronaldo had outgrown that league, and he needed to get back to the Premier League, where he's playing against the best league, the best players in the world, because he is the best player in the world, arguably, with Messi, like we said. So it's just really one of those things where I think this is huge news. But, just quickly before I hand it off to you, it was funny because, there was some, arguments coming out where rumor has it that he wanted to move on. He wanted to leave Juventus. So Manchester City was one of the first teams to step up and make an offer, right? And they wanted to make an offer to get him. And guess what? All the Manchester United fans were going crazy. They were so mad that he was thinking about signing with Manchester City and that he might go play with them. I even seen a fan burn his old Cristiano Ronaldo Man U jersey, okay? And then 2 days later, it says Manchester City can't pull off the deal, but guess who can pull off the deal? Manchester United. They got the money, they pull off the deal, and they get it done. Boy, does that guy have to feel like an idiot right now burning that jersey. First off, you never burn that jersey. He's one of the greatest players of all time. Doesn't matter if you like what team he's playing for. You keep that jersey for all time, but this guy's an idiot. But I'll tell you what, I loved seeing that. And like I said, this is big news, having Cristiano Ronaldo back in the Premier League.
Yeah, it's like the guy that burned the LeBron James Cavaliers jersey, and then he came back after being in Miami. And that guy was like, probably shouldn't have done that. Could wear my jersey again. But, yeah, this is cool. Like you said, Man City was trying to sign Ronaldo, especially after they didn't get Harry Kane. Ronaldo was thought to be the one that they were going to go after, and then they pulled the deal. So apparently, I'm not sure what the reasoning is for that, for Man City to do that. So then, obviously, Manchester United was pumped to see Ronaldo come back. I think Ronaldo also wants to come back to Manchester United. Like you mentioned, he was there first in 2003. They won 3 Premier League titles and a Champions League title there when Ronaldo was there. I believe he won the golden foot, or the golden boot, excuse me. He won that a couple times, I think, when he was with Manchester United. So he certainly, is special to him. I was reading some quotes that he had once he signed with them and how important it was to be with Manchester United and how much he was looking forward to going back there and that sort of thing. So, I think this is great for the Premier League too, because they had that whole issue with wanting to create this like Super League with all the top teams in the Premier League, and then there was so much backlash from the fans from that. But now that you have this movement with these great players moving, either to a different team in the Premier League or Ronaldo coming back to the Premier League, that's going to create more positive interest in the Premier League. Not that they need more fans. They have awesome fans, rabid fans, but I just think this helps their image a little bit, get Ronaldo back in there. And obviously he's going to get a decent paycheck too, but probably the most recognizable soccer player in the world. He just had 2 goals last night in a World Cup qualifier against Ireland, where he became the top international goal scorer of all time. So, Ronaldo's stock is, as high as it's ever been, I think. 36 years old, I believe. So he's starting to get up there, and you wonder, like, if this is sort of like him planning out what he's going to do for the rest of his career. At this point, he's 36. Who knows how much longer he's going to play. But maybe he wants to finish out with Manchester United on his way out the door. Because remember, in 2003, he started there when he was 18. Now he's 36. He's thinking maybe of bookending his career with Manchester United.
Yeah, man, I love Ronaldo. I mean, he's got the superstar looks. He's got the superstar play. I personally think he's the #1 player in the world. Obviously Messi's got the skill up with him, but I don't think Messi has the brand power and the marketing power to match up with Ronaldo, in my opinion. And like I said, this is an opinionated sports show, so that is my opinion. But I've got to go with Ronaldo on that one. I love Ronaldo, and I'm excited to see him back in the red uniform and playing for Manchester United. I think this is going to be great for Premier League, great for Manchester, the city, and great for Manchester United, the football club. So I think Ronaldo's the man. But just quickly going back to, producer Ben had just brought it up when he was at the Euros and just how much power Ronaldo has. He sat down on that interview. Producer Ben, I don't know if you can bring it up when he sat down at that Euro interview again. He sat down at that interview. He moved the 2 bottles of Coca-Cola and said agua and lifted the bottle of water, meaning like I'd rather drink water than Coca-Cola. Over that next week, Coca-Cola lost like 20% in their stock value, just because Ronaldo moved those 2 bottles of Coke to the end of the table and said he'd rather drink water. So that's just how powerful and how much, brand power this guy carries, and how much brand power he carries around the world and globally, and how many super fans there are out for this guy. And he deserves it, man. Like I said, one of the greatest players of all time, one of the greatest looking players of all time. He's got the superstar looks. Why would you not want to have him branding? Coca-Cola was like, oh my God, what happened? Like, the greatest player of all time just basically sunk our stock by 20%. But hey, that's your fault, man. Yeah, I mean, you gotta maybe put a water product up there for him. But yeah, I don't know. I just think this is big news for the Premier League and for Manchester U and for the city of Manchester for sure.
Folks, if you like this show, you're watching it right now on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page. That's Comeback Sports on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, Comeback Sports. And then all the cut-ups that our awesome producer, Ben Kudo, puts together after the show, that'll all filter to your YouTube channel. You don't have to go search for it. It's just right there in your subscriptions.